Much. So the reason I'm moving this section was because a number of deputies asked me to move the section from the start of the bill. I'm happy to do that. I did say when I came into this House after the people voted to repeal the 8th Amendment that I did feel a responsibility to stick to what we said we'd do in the general scheme, and these offences were in the general scheme. The bill provides that it shall be an offence for a person by any means whatsoever to intentionally end the life of a foetus otherwise than in accordance with the provisions of the bill. Officials from my department and the Office of the Attorney-General did consider these issues in a number of ways. Deputies have submitted amendments which propose deleting the offences sections entirely so that the termination of pregnancy is entirely decriminalised, and I cannot accept these amendments. I would point out that in many countries this area is covered by law in penal or criminal codes, and Ireland is therefore not unusual in providing for offences in law and for penalties to be applied when the law is broken. A number of deputies have proposed deleting the subsection in the bill which makes it an offence for a person to aid, abet, counsel or procure a pregnant woman to intentionally end or attempt to end the life of that pregnant woman's foetus otherwise than in accordance with the provisions in the bill. However, criminalising a person who does this is necessary from a policy perspective. The health and well-being of pregnant women rests at the heart of this policy. Helping a pregnant woman to end her pregnancy outside of the provisions of the bill is not in her best interest and may indeed on occasion put her health or her life at risk. One of the primary purposes of this legislation and the amendment to the Constitution that preceded it was to eliminate the health risk to women from illegal abortion. The bill also provides, as you know, that women can access free of charge, safe medical procedures carried out by registered medical practitioners, and I think that is an important point. The provisions in this bill protect people who would be forced for abortions or indeed an attempt to intimidate women, for example in a situation of domestic or sexual abuse. A dominant personality trying to forcibly terminate a woman's pregnancy might indeed induce a woman to terminate the pregnancy herself instead of attending a medical practitioner. So I know there's a difference of views on this, but we did propose these offences in the general scheme that the people saw in advance of the referendum. I do believe it's important that termination of pregnancy remains illegal outside of the circumstances in which it is legal. I have taken significant advice from the Attorney-General on this matter, and therefore I'm not in a position to accept the amendments proposed by deputies.